In this lesson, we are going to talk about basic security risks or issues that are on the internet, okay? So, I want you to think about, have you ever received an email or a text message that looked suspicious? Have you ever been unsure if you should open the message or click on a link? What are the things that made you suspicious? I want you to share this experience on the discussion board, okay? And what it's gonna look like is U10 L6 warm up. All right, and then you can say, oops. Okay, then you can say, like, tell the story. Okay. One time I received an email from Apple. Yeah. And then go on with your story. What are the things that made you suspicious? I finally got suspicious when, ... when after I clicked on the link and I saw that the URL was not apple.com, it was not paypal.com. Okay, that's when I finally got suspicious, and then I started like freaking out because I literally just typed my password into this fake website. Okay, so if that's never happened to you, I hope you learned something from this and that it never happens to you. But even some of the best have moments where, you just forget. And that's okay. But it's important to be aware of these issues. So pause the video and go answer this on the Unit 2 discussion board. So for our activity today, I think y'all are really going to enjoy this. I kind of wish I was experiencing this as a student, but it is what it is. C'est la vie. On the assignment post in Schoology, which you obviously already clicked on because how else would you have gotten to this video, you have a link to the code.org lessons that you're going to go through. So some of the things that you should keep in mind when you are looking for something that might make a website or an email or a text suspicious, anytime somebody's name is misspelled, okay, or the email, or like if they use somebody else's name altogether, like, hey, Kathy, no, not Kathy, delete, okay, don't even open that because you can usually see that in a preview, okay, if they misspell the name of a company, or like if they do it kind of weird, if they spell Amazon, A-M at Z-O-N, nope, that's a hard pass for me, okay. If something seems too good to be true, like you won free vacations for a year, but you didn't enter any type of contest, nah, don't do it. Asking for your personal information. Hi, Misty, we want to send you $5,000. We just need your bank account so we can wire it directly to your bank. No. Like, you can send me a check. Actually, don't even do the check, okay? So this one time, when I was in college, I got a check in the mail. No, it wasn't me. It was my friend. And she brought it to work, and we investigated everything out of that. Okay, it looked so legit. So we looked up the information for the bank that it was supposedly coming from, and we called them and we gave them the information at the bottom of the check, and they were like, yeah, we don't have that account here. Okay, like it's not hard to be a sleuth, an investigator. Okay, we already do that when we look up people's information online. Okay, so, and it's kind of fun. All right, if there is some type of link flashing, click me, don't do it. I know sometimes, like when we see a red button, we just kind of like really want to press it. Don't do it. Okay, just say no. All right, so we're going to go to code.org, and you're not in a group, but if you want to be in a group, go ahead. So jigsaw means to break up. You have 3 different levels here. You have a keylogging level, phishing level, and a malware level. If you worked in a group of 3 people, each one of you could take a different level. And then you come back together and you talk about what the security risk is, how people are being targeted, and what the warnings are. But honestly, I would not trust getting this information from somebody else. You should do all 3 of these levels, and you should make sure that you understand what they are just for your own personal internet safety. Okay, and you are going to create a PSA. What is a PSA? Well, I am so glad you asked. A PSA stands for Public Service Announcement. And you are going to create a PSA letting people know these things. What is the security risk? How are people targeted? What are the warnings? Okay, do not write a paragraph on the slide. No. Okay, we want like an actual PSA. Okay, so no paragraphs. No. Okay, some possible options, or no, not options, but like some examples could be like this. No, minus all the words. It's got too many words. Okay, you can use visuals, but you should not have a paragraph. Okay, who does it target? If it targets mostly senior citizens because they're not so good with technology, then you can put that information on there. Okay, but also this would be a great opportunity to use one of my favorite sites, Canva. Okay, and I'm going to show you what an option is. If you go to templates, and you type in public service announcement, what are you going to get? Like, not a whole lot. Okay. What if you type in PSA? Kind of the same. Announcement. You got some interesting templates. Okay. But if you type in infographic, I love infographics. These are going to be really good. Okay. So if you have 3 things that you're supposed to be talking about, 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can delete the other 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You could put the titles there. So this kind of assignment really lends itself to an infographic. Okay. So you can search through all of these templates on canva.com, and you can create a PSA. And please make it look lovely. All right. I don't want to see any ugly PSAs. All right. And you are not going to do that because we are virtual. So these are some basic security risks, and one more thing you should know. Another security risk. These are our key vocabulary terms for this lesson. Another security risk is a rogue access point, okay? What is a rogue access point? So how this works, it's a wireless access point that gives unauthorized access to secure networks. And the way that works can get a little complicated, but it's enough to know that it can give unauthorized access to a network that you thought was secure. Okay, this can be a physical device that is attached to a router, sometimes hidden from sight. It can be detected in various ways, including looking for strange wireless signals. So, let's say you're at Starbucks or McDonald's and you're using their Wi-Fi. You don't know where their router is. Okay, somebody could have stuck something somewhere, so you always have to be careful whenever you're using any type of public network that you think you can trust. If it's a private network, like at your home, you should be good. If it's at the school, you should be good. I don't even know where those routers are, honestly. They keep that stuff locked up tight. So there are many different ways that you may be targeted to reveal sensitive information. We generally think of emails as being a safe way to communicate, but unsolicited emails, attachments, links, and forms can all be used to compromise the safety and security of a computing system. These could come from people you don't know or from your friends and family whose security has been compromised. It can be alarming to realize that there are many ways you are being targeted to reveal sensitive information. However, knowledge of the facts can help us be wiser consumers of technology. Later on, we may explore how to further protect ourselves from these security risks. But I want you to also know, even if we don't cover it in this class, you can Google it, baby. Okay, how to protect yourself from internet security issues. All right, I want you to add these vocabulary words to a vocabulary document that you are keeping, kind of like your journal. And I want you to write on this discussion board. This is also a check for understanding, and I linked this. Did I link this? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so whenever you get this, you are about to be redirected. You see where you're going, okay? You can click continue because I gave you this, so no worries. All right, lesson 6, bubble 4. What you put here, I want you to also put on the discussion board. Okay, that is your discussion board post. So you're going to answer this. How would you explain these 3 security risks to a family member, like a parent or a grandmother or a great-grandmother, okay? Or like maybe you have like a really old neighbor. Okay, what would you say to help them understand the dangers? You're going to answer it on code.org, and then you're also going to post it to the discussion board. And whenever you post it to the discussion board, you're going to make it look like this. U10 L6 wrap up. Okay, and then just start typing. All right, or copy it from code.org and then paste it on the discussion board. Also, respond to at least one person's post. Maybe you could give them an additional way to help explain the importance of like an additional way to help that person understand the danger. So maybe somebody's giving an example in their post, and it makes you think of another really good example. That could be what you reply with. And that's it for this lesson.